starts today in Detroit. Yeah.
What did Mark call about half an hour ago? This is a stupid, amazing game.
It was such a dumb game, but
stupid,
super exciting.
Very exciting.
It was very stupid, too. God, the Lions did not. I can't think of a team that deserved to win a game less than the Lions today.
I know, but when you have a team that has 2 touchdowns on trick plays, do they deserve to win it?
Well, we had touchdowns on trick plays last year.
Yeah, true.
And it's just stupid that I'm in this world.
and
they still count. Eli's brought to you by
right.
Dr. Yaldo, I should mention also.
On 4th and 11, about 10 minutes ago, you said, let's get started. And Winston scrambles for 11 yards, and they keep it alive. But just an amazing game. The Lions played. I guess they didn't. They deserved to win because they won. But I
don't know if I go that far.
My God, what I mean, 1,000.
And they kept their never losing 2 games in a row streak alive.
All right.
You know, the Giants are really an awful team. They were 2-9 coming in. They lost 5 in a row. But they got this new coach, Mark Kafka, who has been very daring. And his play today on the very first series, Hutchinson is offside on 3rd and 7. It gives him 3rd and 2. Trick play. They score a touchdown. Not a flea flicker. It was a double pass. You know, one thing after another. It's just the Giants take a 10-0 lead after 1. Lions come back a bit in the second period. It's 2017 at the half, and then the third. Just the sequence. By the way, before I forget, Jahmyr Gibbs is an all-time something or other.
It's pretty good.
Yep.
264 yards today. 2 amazing touchdown runs of 49 and 69 where they didn't even touch him. They didn't even touch him. Otherwise, Jared Goff is harassed. The Lions are dropping passes. They're committing untimely penalties. Seemingly like
wasting time outs after grounding the ball, dropping passes that JMO drop on 3rd and 8 when they just intercepted the ball. That's when they should have won the game, really.
Yeah.
Was when Harper got the interception.
Yeah.
Right.
They're down 27-24. And the Lions of last year would have just marched right in.
Yep.
Yep.
By the way, Gibbs, I think that's the 3rd highest single game rushing total. Barry is the first 2.
237 and
237, 220, 94 and 91.
Were they both against Tampa Bay?
No, second one was at Minnesota, it looks like.
Here you have the Giants with the worst 4th down points allowed in the entire league this year. They gave up 33 points in the 4th quarter to lose to the Broncos. So here we go into the 4th quarter. 2017, they lead. Just a remarkable series where then the lateral to Gunnar Olszewski, who then throws a touchdown pass to Winston, his first catch ever in the NFL. It's 27-17.
By the way, Barnes' defense on that was he wasn't even looking at the ball, and then he couldn't tackle Winston.
So the Lions are now 27-17, and there again saved by 3 plays and 81 yards as Gibbs goes for 49 yards, an amazing run to put it within 27-24. And then they get the ball back again. Harper intercepts it. And like you said, JMO's 5th drop was the 5th drop for the team for the day. I think St. Brown had 3. They got a punt again.
But that was on 3rd and 8 after the intercept. That was a huge drop.
Then the Giants get the ball back. 3rd and 10, deep in their territory. Winston is running for his life, should have been tackled, throws a ball a mile in the air, somehow 31 yards down the field. It's caught. That keeps that going. And
that ball was in the air so long, I couldn't believe nobody could get to it.
Deep in their own territory. Then on 3rd and 6, it looks like the Lions have stopped them. Branch, penalty, PI, pass interference. And then
which I still think was a bad call. I know you would disagree. The Branch PI, that was a bullshit call.
They also jumped. The Giants guard jumped on that play. He jumped on another play too.
Started like twice in a row, never called.
What the hell was that?
The reason it wasn't a bullshit call was he grabbed him by the leg, slowed him down 1 step. You have to start again, and the ball was thrown.
It was uncatchable?
No, it was.
Well, it was uncatchable
because he was slowed down by grabbing his leg.
No, he slowed him down a yard.
I kind of agree.
Yard and a half. Yard and a half.
A lot of that called.
Come on.
It's kind of bold.
Anyway, listen, it's a season-saving victory, however you chalk it up. But
if they kick that field goal on 4th and goal from the 5 or the 6,
that's right.
They win the game.
That's
right. Well, we would have gone for it on 4th and 8. on the series that we
Yeah.
grounded the ball and called timeout.
If they
So we
scored
had
if
three
the
downs.
Giants scored a touchdown, though, it's game over.
True.
You're right, though.
I didn't mind I liked the call in a way.
No. Well, I don't think so, because they go up by 6, means the Lions are going to have to score a touchdown in the last possession, and they couldn't. They had to kick a 59-yard field goal.
We don't know,
but
they had 4th down and 8.
But then again, just like Campbell has his style, this guy Kafka, who's an interim coach, comes in last week after they fired Dable. Jameis Winston played very, very well. They barely lose to the Packers. And so that's his style, going for it on 4th down. He says that it's something that I talked to the whole team about. He said, just staying aggressive no matter the situation. And that's what's going to get us over the hump. And that's what they did today. And that's why I obviously went for it on 4th down. 4th and 6 it was. 4th and 6, come on, and goal. And a field goal puts you up by a touchdown. With the other team going to get the ball back. I thought it was a terrible call. But it all, you can always point to a play or two. Usually you can point to 2 or 3 plays that make a difference. You can point to about 15 in this game. It was just crazy. But they're 7-4. The Bears won, so the Bears lead at 8-3. Packers won. They're 7-3-1. So the Lions are in 3rd place at 7-4. But
who'd the Bears beat?
The Bears beat Pittsburgh. Came from behind to beat Pittsburgh
with their backup quarterback. Yeah.
And Green Bay beat the Vikings. Now, if the Lions had lost today, and thankfully they didn't, you'd see a team that was 6-5 and say, look what happens. Last year, Washington was 12-5. They're nothing this year. Last year, Minnesota was 14-3. They're awful this year. And J.J. McCarthy, by the way, has been truly awful. Again today, he had a passer rating of like 30, and they got beat handily by the Packers. So the Vikings were 14-3 last year. It shows what a difference a year can make. And we've been saying that we would be saying that about the Lions possibly, hadn't they somehow magically pulled this game out.
What is wrong with Amon-Ra St. Brown? He had 2 official drops today, but there are other balls the last couple games that it seems like he would normally catch. I guess he has a bad wrist or something.
Yeah, Dan Miller, I guess, alluded to it in the radio broadcast that he has a bad wrist. If that's true, though, when you're dropping balls, should he be in there as much? I mean, I guess, yeah, because he's better than him with a bad wrist is better than Isaac Tesla or Khalif Raymond, although Raymond had a huge catch.
I mean, Tesla, we picked him. We moved up to pick him in the 3rd round. He's not better than a guy who's got a bad wrist and is dropping balls. And I love Amon-Ra. He's my favorite player. My brain is no longer operating properly after watching him drop the ball. I'm just not used to that.
And J-Mo was not much of a factor today, though. We did have one long play that got called back. Was that with Glasgow's?
That was the legal man downfield. Yeah.
I thought he dropped another short pass too.
Did early
2nd and 8 or something. I don't know. Every time I bring up J-Mo and something, people, get up at J-Mo's ass. Oh, this guy's starting to. Well, he is what he is. Right. That's all I can say.
Well, but
he's obviously worth it to the Lions.
0 catches today, 3 targets. I mean, that's pretty much nothing.
Well, and until this point, St. Brown kind of covered for everybody, and Laporta covered for everybody too. Not having Laporta today was huge. An obvious, loss. But
and he's done for the year, right?
Yeah, he had back surgery.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Boy, that's a big loss.
Well, they got the Packers in here on Thursday. Should be another interesting game. But this one was just, what was it? What was the total yardage? Like
over 1,000 yards between 2 teams. And Jameis Winston looked like an all-pro. I cannot believe I've never seen him have a game like that in the NFL.
Yeah, and who the hell is Wan'Dale Robinson? The guy was amazing. He had 135 yards receiving in the first half, or maybe it was the first quarter. But
also the 2 screen passes to Tracy where there was no one anywhere near him. What the hell's going on? We have no pass rush. We can't cover a screen pass. Our defensive backs are getting burned.
Defensive lapses. Yep.
And the tackling was bad too. They had some runs where it's like, God, how many guys it take to tackle this guy?
And no pass rush. Hutchinson was barely a factor
until the last play, till it mattered.
Yeah. Anyway, it's I guess to quote the cliche, a win is a win. It shows up the same no matter whether you beat them by 40 points or barely eke by as they did today. 2 bad games in a row. It's been a long time. What's it, since 2020 when they lost 2 in a row. So, you can worry about them and wonder where the magic is gone, but they still won the game.
Well, the magic is gone, in my opinion, in the offensive line because Goff is hurried. He's not as good no quarterback is as good when he's hurried. He's very much affected because he can't get away from the rush. The offensive and defensive line are just playing like shit.
Yeah.
Fortunately, Gibbs, you give him a hole and he can make a ton out of it.
And they did block well on those 2 runs. I mean, Gibbs, as good as he is, he shouldn't be getting into the secondary without being touched. And that happened on both touchdown plays.
It's just their pass blocking is lackluster.
Yeah. So they're 7-4. They can just for the rest of the way, they can afford to lose 2 games. They have 6 left, so they can go 4-2 and be pretty much guaranteed the playoffs.
Do you have confidence in the Lions in the playoffs?
That's a different story. Don't ask me that now.
Well, yeah,
I've lost my mojo as a fan. I said it last week. I felt like the season was over after the Philadelphia game. It feels more over after today, even though we won.
But good teams win bad games.
And Philadelphia
that's a bad game. We shouldn't have won it, and they did.
And Philadelphia was just as bad last week as the Lions were. Their offense was awful, and they're saying the same things in Philadelphia. It was just the several plays that made a difference.
I just don't know why I should believe that they would win 3 great games in a row in the playoffs against good teams. I'm not feeling it. I want to feel it.
I think you're getting ahead of yourself.
Well, yeah, that's if they make the playoffs.
If they show up on Thursday and Campbell calls a great game and Gibbs does it again and the Lions play better, the Lions, not the Lions, the Lions play better and they win handily, you'll say, 8-3, we're in great shape.
But look who's ahead of them. Do you think they could beat San Francisco?
Yes.
Yeah. Green Bay, a little tougher, probably because we've seen it already. Do you think they could beat Seattle?
Is that there?
I mean, these are all teams that are ahead of them. Could they beat Tampa? Yes, because they already did.
Yes,
Could they beat the Bears? Yes. Could they beat the Rams? I think so. And then the Philadelphia, who they just got destroyed by. So, I mean, I don't see why they couldn't put a run together. Do they need to fix some things? Sure. But they're also injured up the ass.
Yeah. Yeah. Is Laporta gone for the entire season?
He's gone.
Oh, jeez.
Well, who are we missing that's going to make a difference?
Well, I think a lot of it happens to be the defensive backfield and depth that's there.
Reed is still out, right?
Yeah.
And Kirby Joseph is still out.
Mm-hmm.
Frank Ragnow.
Frank Ragnow. That's the guy I wish was coming back the most.
I think it's almost unfair to Graham Glasgow. He cannot come close to what Ragnow did for this team.
Well, can't we just sign him up for the last 5 games?
And we were also
6 games.
We're also bitching. I'll say Mark goes when Taylor Decker held with the line on the
golf scramble.
Yeah, on the golf fucking Buckeye.
No, we're
it's
all
8 week. What do you want?
Losing our minds, and Roberto's laughing at us because he doesn't really give a shit.
Drew's upstairs screaming, "No!"
Yeah.
I couldn't know that dying quail that he threw.
Oh, the Jameson Winston pass.
First of all, I couldn't believe we didn't sack him. He was back there so long. And then he throws that thing up and nobody can knock it down.
I had to come back to catch it. And I forget what defensive back turned around, didn't even see the pass. There was a lot of that today, but their new coach is daring. He instilled some confidence in the Giants, which was the team of my youth that I don't root for anymore. But again, they pulled it out. They'll lick their wounds, and they got to come back in just 4 days, which is always a tough one.
Okay, what's the? I'll just ask everybody. What is the biggest problem? What was the worst thing you saw today, or you've seen the last couple weeks?
Weird because today I'd say the defense, but last week I'd say the offense.
The defense was so good last week. What the hell happened today?
Just missed assignments. They couldn't cover.
Well, they couldn't get a pass rush.
Couldn't get a pass rush. Winston had a lot of time.
I mean, 2 trick plays for touchdowns.
Right, and that what's his name? Wayne Wandale had an amazing game, and the tight end made an incredible catch on the last series when Winston was scrambling that kept the last one alive. He had an amazing game.
It just seemed like we weren't even tackling well. They had some runs up the middle where it's like, okay, another 2 yards, another yard. I don't know.
It seems like, even though I don't know what Goff's rating was today, he's just seems
92, I think.
That's pretty good.
It's okay.
I
It's
thought
not
he was
pretty
okay.
He was okay. He had 5
Yeah.
passes dropped.
He just seems.
He did sail one on Amon Ra.
Yeah.
But other than that, no, he was
94
okay. He was
Well,
fine.
Actually, his interception today and last week, weren't they both deflected passes?
Today's was deflected,
Yeah.
yes.
Yeah. Last week was the defensive lineman hit it.
Yeah.
But I mean, against the kind of rush he's facing, he's not. I mean,
He
it
kept-
doesn't look like the usual Jared Goff.
Kiffin showed him the sidelines, looking at that iPad, whatever it is, shaking his head in disgust as this fell apart.
No, Goff's kind of. I mean, he's kind of a robot. I feel like if you give him time,
Yeah.
he's going to find something. But if you don't give him time,
Well,
who knows?
I mean, Jameis was the same way, right? He had plenty of time and he could find open receivers.
well, he had time
you just
all
need
day.
time.
He had
Yeah.
time all day, and I think he was 18 for 36,
Mm-hmm.
which is 50%.
Not
that great.
It's interesting. He's their third string quarterback. Russell Wilson, the only contribution Russell Wilson made today was he won the coin flip going into overtime. Otherwise, he's done. He hasn't played. Jackson Dart, the rookie, was second string, and he got hurt. So Winston, who's a veteran, I mean, he's done some incredible things in his career. He's
In the NFL,
he's an 11-year veteran.
Didn't he have over 5,000 yards?
He had some excellent years with Tampa. He's made $80 million. He's a mature, capable quarterback. It isn't like you're going against some third string guy you never heard of before.
I have a question. Montgomery is not getting the ball. Today had 5 carries for 18.
Yeah.
He had 3 catches for 19. I know Gibbs had a great game, but usually it's a pretty good mix of the two.
No, I'd rather Gibbs get the ball.
Yeah, because
Even
100%.
on the inside of the line, when you get a
100%.
couple yards.
he can also run
Look
up
at
the
those
middle.
2 runs he broke were
Both
right
his
in the middle.
touchdowns were
Yeah,
runs
up
up the
the
middle.
middle.
Well, I know,
off
but he's not
tackle.
going to go 69 yards every play.
No. Listen, they need the
Montgomery's good in short yardage. I like Montgomery a lot.
they need the 2 backs. He just goes with a hot hand, and Gibbs is just emerging. And is this his 3rd year? He was
Yeah.
great. He
Touched the ball 26 times today. That's
continues to get better.
perfect.
By the way,
I wouldn't mind him touching it 30 times.
Amon Ra, for all the grousing about his drops, he had 9 catches for 149
I know.
yards and a
Yeah.
score today.
Most of them in the second half. Yeah.
What was the stat? So Gibbs had 264 yards. Of course, what's the record for yards from scrimmage in a game for the Lions?
Is it a receiver?
Yes.
Cloyce Box?
That's back then. The guy would lead the team in receiving with 500 yards for the season.
Oh, he had a couple 1,000-yard years.
Box had a couple thousand.
He had a
yards.
1,200-yard year, I think. I'm pretty sure. Let me look it up.
Box.
The amazing Cloyce Box. I think he averaged over 20 yards
Yeah,
a catch, too.
No one in our audience for the last.
I only know him because he's come up before.
Even the guys that are 90 never saw Cloyce Box.
Yeah, he died in 1993.
No, Calvin Johnson had 329 yards.
Oh, that's right. Yeah, he broke the record, didn't he?
Yeah.
That who had the record before that? Was it? I want to say Swimmer or somebody, or what's that guy's name? The Rams receiver had some ridiculous game. He didn't even have a great career.
Oh, when they were St. Louis. Not Flipper Anderson. Flipper Anderson.
Swimmer.
Swimmer Anderson.
Cloyce Box had 50 catches for 1,009 yards in 1950.
Wow. They win the championship.
42 catches for 924 and a 22-yard average and 15 touchdowns in 1952.
Wait, he had
Where the fuck is
302 in one game in 1950?
No.
That's Calvin broke his record. That's why I said that.
No shit.
12
Was
receptions,
that Bobby
302
Lane?
yards
Must
against
have
the
been
Baltimore Colts.
Bobby Lane throwing to him. Was Lane here in 52?
I
think he
don't
was.
know. He was here in 57.
Well, they won.
Yeah, Bobby Lane. Yep.
They won 3. They won 3. They won 57. Was it 53 and 55? They won 3
Man,
championships.
he had 4 touchdowns, 82-yard pass, 67-yard pass, 32 and 22. The great Cloyce Box. What a great name.
Back
too.
when white guys caught passes and played defensive back.
Yes.
I don't even know he's white.
Well, by the way, the chat, I don't think African Americans were allowed in the league when Cloyce Box played. The chat, by the way, people are still bitching about the Lions not picking him up before the deadline, players up before the trade deadline.
Yeah, they should be bitching about it. They
Yeah.
needed a pass rush.
No, I agree.
And then when you see Philadelphia pick up, what's his name from Miami? Jaden.
Phillips.
I can't think of it. Yeah,
Phillips.
thank you.
Gotta help them again. I can't believe it.
Do you guys feel like this window is a little more closed than it was?
Of course it was.
I mean,
course.
I keep going back to that San Francisco game. It's like, I knew we blew it at the time. Like, oh my God, we should have won the Super Bowl. But it feels so much worse now because it just feels like it's going to be much less likely to get back there.
They sustained last year and went 15-2. They're
With
now
no
7-3.
defense.
I just said
7-4.
look at 7-4. You're right. Look at what happened to Minnesota. 14-3 last year, under 500. Washington 12-5, way under 500. So it can be fleeting. This is a remarkable era in local sports.
It just seemed like we were signing the guys we needed to sign, the Penny Sewells, the Amon-Ra's, Goff. I mean, we didn't really let anyone go. One guy retired. That was a surprise. That seems like a huge retirement now.
Yeah, it's a tough league. It's an evenly matched league. 15-2 just doesn't happen very, very rarely unless you're Tom Brady and the Patriots. And the fact that they're 7-4 and in the mix is pretty good. So you got to take the disappointment from today, wishing that they had played better. And just imagine, hadn't they pulled this one out, they very easily couldn't have done. If the kid Bates didn't hit a 59-yard field goal that was in by about a foot.
Mm-hmm.
They lose this one, and it's a whole different argument right now. Whole different story.
That was a 50. I thought he was going to kick a 54.
That's what I did.
59 yards, and that thing looked like it was no good. There was no way that thing was going to make it.
I think it hooked in. Yeah.
Also, the chat. A couple of people were talking about. Can we have JMO return kicks if he's not going to catch any passes?
I don't want him to fumble.
Have you seen any highlights of him returning kicks in college? He was a hell of a returner.
He's not. Listen, he's not a Smaj Morgan who fumbles 3 out of 4 balls a touch.
I'm so glad he didn't make the trip to Maryland.
No. Should we move on to college football? Anything else? Any final thoughts? Any final thoughts?
Do you want to run down the league? The scores? Did you run around the?
Well, I said that the Bears beat Pittsburgh, which is what really mattered. And the Packers beat the Vikings, which really mattered because those are the two teams ahead of the Lions.
You want to hear the rest of the scores?
Yeah, why not? Throw them out there. I want to hear them.
What do you got?
I'm not going to give partial.
How's my
score.
fantasy team doing?
Patriots beat the Bengals 26-24.
Not a surprise. Bengals are not good.
Is there a limited schedule today?
No.
I
mean, there's bye week. There's some teams that are on a bye. There was a game Thursday.
You got to hit all games.
Jaguar Browns are up 14-0. Shedeur Sanders must be hot. Check his stats.
I think he was 4 for 6 when last I checked.
Shedeur is 4 for 6 for 77 yards. How about that? I heard people before the game just saying he's just not even a pro quarterback. There's no way they're going to win today, and they're up 14-0. I'm surprised to see that. No, there's just for some reason ESPN has like 4 final scores, and they have 4 games that
you got to hit see all at some point over there. But I think we've
whatever.
There already is a line for Thursday, by the way. It has the Lions favored -3.
Lions favored by 3
over the Packers. Yeah.
Okay.
So I would think so at home.
Really?
Yeah. Well, they lost the opener by 3, I think, on the road.
Yeah.
So
all right. The Chiefs did beat the Colts in overtime, 23-20.
That's a big
did.
game.
Wow.
That's a big game.
Yeah.
All right.
The Ravens beat the Jets 23-10. The Seahawks beat the Titans 30-24. Packers 23-6 over the Vikings. Patriots 26-20 over the Bengals, and the Steelers lost to the Bears.
That is a season saver for the Chiefs. They were 5-5. They lose that when they're done, so they're still technically in it.
Patriots are 10-2.
Yep.
Drake May is the new Tom Brady.
Yeah.
Pretty damn good.
And for the Chiefs, Rashee Rice, 8 catches for 141 yards. Mahomes
He's a great guy.
Yeah,
great
so
guy.
fast when he's driving or running.
Mahomes threw for 352. He didn't have any touchdown passes.
He's even faster running away from accidents.
Travis Kelce held to 1 catch for 1 yard today. Taylor Swift left the stadium. Very disappointed.
He was a star last week, though.
Yeah, he did have a big game last
the
week.
Bills, yeah.
So that's it for the scores.
If you want to talk about disappointments, almost stunningly so, is what happened to the Spartans yesterday. My God. They're 16-point underdogs at Iowa. They led 17-7, a couple of touchdown passes in the third quarter by their new star quarterback, Alessio Milivojevic.
That dude is good.
He is good. He is good.
I don't know what took him so long to start.
No, they believed in. He believed in the other guy was his guy.
That's a problem.
That's the guy he brought from Oregon State, Jaden Childs. Spartans had the ball with 4 minutes to go. They're leading 17-10. Their defense played their hearts out all game long, but they're held. They punted, and they punted to the best punt returner in the league, who had just burned him for 62 yards earlier. They punted right to him. He takes it back 40 yards, so Iowa ties at 1:29 to go. MSU stalls again. Iowa gets the ball in their own 21, 41 seconds left. 3 passes, boom, 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 winning 40-yard field goal.
Wait, how much time was left in their 21? 41 seconds, did you say?
Yeah, Iowa gets the ball. Their own 21 with 41 seconds. 3 passes, 19, 6, and 29 yards sets up a game-winning.
That one catch
Jesus
was
Christ.
ridiculous.
It was almost like the Spartans were scared to win that game.
Well, why do they keep kicking to Weegen or whatever his name is?
Isn't
The
that coaching?
white returner in the long line of great white returners that Iowa's had, from Tim Dwight to Dijon. Yeah, now you have Caden Weegen or whatever his name is.
Tim Dwight, that's right.
He had 3 punt returns and he averaged 49 yards on a kick, and the longest was 62, which means all of them were really long. Why are you still kicking to him?
Is that coaching? You're supposed to say,
well,
don't kick to this
Jonathan
guy.
Smith said after the game, he's like, he was not supposed to kick to him. It's like,
Oh, okay.
Well,
okay,
you know,
when the first time, second time, or third time?
punters are always supposed to kick it out of bounds inside the 20, and they kick it out of the end zone half the time. So,
and then the one time he did punt it out of bounds, it went 11 yards, I think, in the fourth quarter. It's like I felt so bad for.
So I'm thinking of this. I want to find I'm thinking of the right adjective: stunning, crushing, confounding, heartbreaking. Then I say no adjective too painful or too condemning will describe what happened to the Spartans in the last, not just this game, the last 3 years. The implosion of Mel Tucker, the failure of Jonathan Smith. They close it out against Maryland at Ford Field, trying to avoid
that'll be a big crowd.
a ninth.
I kind of want to go.
Yeah, that'll be one empty Ford Field.
I said that to Elric's going, and I said, I kind of want to go. He goes, you better not pay more than $5 a ticket.
Did they ever settle with Mel Tucker? They
No,
owed him like
no,
$95 million. Surely they're not paying him
No,
anything close to that.
no.
75, right? Isn't that what they were at?
Yeah,
Oh, is
something
that what-
like that.
Yeah.
Well,
Which is why they claim they didn't fight the NCAA investigation, because they want to make it look like they fired him for cause.
it's still
Okay.
it's still pending. I think Tucker's lawsuit to get all of his money, so
Yeah.
that hasn't been settled. Well, Michigan beat Maryland 45-20. I tell you, that game could have turned around when Bryce Underwood threw a pass right into the chest of Lavian Scruggs. He drops it. That could have put them up down 14-7. I put this in for Drew, to the great relief and joy of the Michigan cult. Underwood put on a very mature and polished performance.
He played really
after
well.
that. Yeah, the best
I
of
thought
his
they all
11
played well. I thought they played a good game.
Defense was very good, and I think
They still have some things they can still clean up. I mean, there's a lot of pre-snap penalties, which is confounding, but I mean, that's the best they've looked in a long time.
yeah, and they
How
lost.
good or bad is Maryland?
Terrible.
Terrible.
Okay.
They
Well,
lost.
see, that's just so hard
Terrible.
to determine anything from the regular season a lot of times. It's just-
But I'll tell you this. I think they only gave up about 5 sacks this year, Maryland, and Michigan sacked them a handful of times. So
Yeah, the battle of true freshmen.
what's the line on Michigan, Ohio State?
I looked it up.
11.5?
13.5. I saw
saw
this
11.5.
morning.
Is it
Okay.
really?
Yeah.
It's 13
That's
and a-
too high.
I think it's too high. I do too.
You do?
Yeah,
At
I
Michigan,
do.
Yeah.
That's about right.
It's during the week. But anyway, they do all this without their top 2 running backs, Hayes
Yeah.
and Marshall. This
They
Bryson Cuzdle, or whatever his name is,
Tunstall?
Cuzdle.
They lost Max Bredesen too. who
Yeah,
will
that's a serious
that's
one.
a huge
Yeah.
loss, and
They're-
he won't be playing this
blocking
Saturday.
Fullback, yeah. Anyway, so he had a polished performance. He was 16 of 23, 2 touchdowns, no interceptions, an exceptional 94.7 quarterback rating.
And the
75 is considered excellent.
and the receivers are getting open. The problem they had, and they weren't dropping balls like they had early in the year. I mean, Marsh is a legitimate receiver.
He's good.
McCauley's pretty damn good too.
Yeah.
So
What's interesting, in the Athletic, they have a model that says Michigan's playoff chances are just 5%. He said even if the Wolverines win their last 2 games, just wrote this before Maryland, but they did. The model projects them in the CFP field only 35% of the time.
yeah, they got no help yesterday.
Yeah. It's
They beat Ohio State.
if they
may have
beat
a
Ohio,
shot.
it says if they beat Ohio State, that could cause the committee to radically shift its thinking. But and they may have recency bias in their favor in that they beat Ohio State late in the game. But it's not a sure thing at 10-2. And it's almost like with 12 teams, if you don't make, it used to be.
Well, you got to be top 10 because the ACC gets somebody in,
Right,
and
right.
the power non-power team conferences get somebody in.
Did anybody watch the Pitt Georgia Tech game?
Yes,
God, that was a great
that was a
game.
great game.
Pitt was up 28-0. Georgia Tech scores twice before the halftime, and they're rolling down there the third time, and he throws a pick 6 down at the goal line. Oh, what a game changer!
And I saw you guys. They sent me something on Jordan Hudson getting ripped by Bill Belichick's daughter at a post game after they lost to Duke yesterday to fall to 4-7, which means no bowl game in Bill Belichick's. But beyond the game is that apparently she laid into the whole Jordan and for 40 minutes.
Yeah, what did she call her? Batshit crazy, I think
Yeah.
is the one thing.
And then she was on the sideline before the game.
Yeah.
So apparently it didn't affect her too much.
She's also talking up Lawrence Taylor like crazy. LT's just like looking at the field, and she's just like.
But what wasn't part of the bitch by his daughter? But the pants she was wearing, like the tight
the way she
alligator
dresses.
pants or something.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think the sister, it's Steve Belichick's wife, right? I think she told her, go eat a hamburger. She's too thin.
That was a cheap shot.
And then this really covers up the worst story last week regarding Jordan Hudson, and it's that Bill Belichick had to attend her cheerleading.
Oh
event,
yeah. Oh God.
Who? What?
Wait a minute, cheerleading event. I thought he attended her beauty pageant event last year.
He did.
No,
and now
this is a different thing.
There's
She's a
apparently an
cheerleader?
adult co-ed cheerleading competition that
Are
she's
you
in.
serious?
You didn't see the
Yes.
picture of him?
No.
Eli, he looked so miserable just sitting there watching her cheerleading competition.
I think his daughter is right. You know, that
Daughter-in-law?
his daughter-in-law's right, that he's been taken in by her, and he's kind of, got this little leash around his neck.
He's got a couple former players who are saying this is everything he said not to do.
Yeah.
That nothing should be allowed to distract from what you're doing. And he has become a distraction.
She put out a tweet with a bunch of photos and captioned it, I love supporting Bill Belichick at his adult all-male football league competitions this season. It's like,
Look at her.
like, come on, people care more about football than they do adult cheerleading.
She looks ridiculous as a cheerleader.
They all do, really.
Look how ridiculous he looks being there.
Cheering
Everybody else is
all-stars.
25 years old.
Doesn't want to be there.
What adults want to be in a cheerleading league?
Exactly. It's weird.
Doesn't want to be there. Then why is he there?
I go to your games, Bill.
Yeah, exactly. Exactly. Man. But there's no suite here.
Oh,
So
God.
what about Lane Kiffin? What is going on there?
Well, apparently he always leaves jobs early, but he's doing well at Ole Miss. I think the thought that he was going to leave early before the season's over, but that's absurd. He's not going to do that.
Well, they said a decision's going to be made after the Egg Bowl, which is Friday night, I think, which means a decision's already been made.
Well, does
They
that
just
mean
don't want to spoil it?
Where's he going to go?
if he decides to go, so he leaves
LSU or
his
Florida.
team?
Yes, which I think,
What?
I think that's horseshit.
Why would you leave a playoff team? That's insane.
That's insane.
Ego.
You know,
I
does
mean,
anyone
why
care-
else?
Does anyone care?
Ole Miss has put up as much money as LSU and Florida has to build that program. Had over 10 wins, I think, the last 3 seasons, and 4 to the 5 he's been there. He's talks about how his life is great now. He doesn't have the, he's better adjusted to life. His daughter, I think, went to Ole Miss. He's back with his ex-wife. On and on. I don't know. He seemed like he's in a good place, and now that more money and another opportunity presents itself, he's just ready to go.
Is he?
Does anyone care about their team or their school?
No.
I mean, honestly, it seems like
No.
between the players transferring at the drop
Every
of a
man
hat,
for yourself.
yeah,
Mhm.
it's just the Wild West, and nobody gives a fuck about loyalty.
Except it's been very
Except
exciting.
for James Franklin.
It's very exciting. James Franklin. You got to be excited.
That's a
man.
great hire.
It's a great
It
hire,
really
and
is.
the
It'll be good. It'll be
ACC is ripe for the. If I was looking at some of the game yesterday, but he wasn't there. He didn't show up to coach. But
Well, he was at the game. He just wasn't
Yeah.
coaching.
The place was packed.
Yeah,
he
it was.
is- he is-
jam-packed.
He's the most accomplished coach now in the ACC. Dabo Sweeney's nothing anymore.
Oh, Dabo
Florida-
Sweeney's won championships.
Yeah,
so.
but he's
You got Bill Belichick.
he's been shit the last 4 years. Florida State is in trouble. They're hoping Mike, Norvell can salvage some type of season.
He's
rather than
coming
pay him
back
out.
too.
Yeah.
They already said he's coming back.
So he could win the ACC. He could and Vatek is determined to give him the support. That's why alumnus
yes, of
like
course.
you need to
Cough up
ante
the
up.
bucks.
Write the check right now. Oh, it's a
So will there be an ACC team in the playoff this year?
Yeah, there's
Yeah,
always one.
yeah,
There
yeah.
could
Okay.
be 2, really.
Right.
I thought you had to finish in the rankings in the top 10 or something.
No, they have automatic bids every.
Okay.
Virginia,
Remember
SMU,
last
yeah,
year,
yeah.
Clemson upset SMU in the
Right.
championship. They got them with 3 losses.
the 3 teams with 1 loss are Virginia, SMU, and Pitt, and
And the best team in that league is probably Miami.
Miami. But Franklin has already won as many ACC titles as the U has. They're new to the league. I tell you the college sports story of the week. I really had to laugh when Michigan State, great game, routs Kentucky, the college basketball world, right there in Madison Square Garden for the eyes of the world. And now we've got Tom Izzo as the working man's hero. He beats a team that has a 22 million. Isn't that stunning? That a basketball
22
team,
million
for the basketball
There's
team.
only 12 guys.
You kidding me?
There's like 4 that they aren't even paying, probably.
A couple are hurt too. And so it was reported also that Izzo just has a $3.5 million budget, but rather than become the working class hero, he says, no, it's more than that. I can tell you how much it's more than that because he doesn't want people to think he's cheap and they can't come to Michigan State.
How do they compete? How do they get guys if they're not spending? If they're spending 1/7 what Kentucky's paying.
Well, apparently they're spending more than that. Well,
some guys want to play, right?
Yeah,
I mean,
right.
do you want to make $1 million and sit on the bench at Kentucky?
Right.
Or do you want to make $1 million and actually play at a Michigan State or someplace else?
And the quote that made him this hero for keeping kids. He goes, quote, "I'm getting kids to have pride in their alma mater again, or I'm going to die trying." Of course,
He's going to die trying.
Yeah,
I think.
Well, Jace Richardson was not an alma mater when you only go for 1 year, as he did last year. But it's a good point. He develops players. Got to be very proud to have Tom Izzo in this state. I think he may be the most accomplished coach of any in the last 50 years here. Who else has been here that long and done what he's done?
Gibby was quite fired up about that win. We had a play date.
Harbaugh was a pretty good coach.
Gibby and I had a bowling play date on Friday.
But he didn't have the legacy.
He has as many national championships as Izzo, just saying.
Are you beating Gibby at bowling?
No. He bowled a 216.
No
he threw
shit.
10 strikes
Are you
in the game.
kidding me?
And only had a 216. He was very pissed because he had a couple splits.
Oh my god, he bowls a lot, but still, he's physically challenged
No, he's
and
throwing a
just
nice
shows
ball.
how determined he is. What an incredible competitor that he can do that after what
He was throwing like 15 mph. They show it at the bowling lanes on 9 Mile. They show the mph of your ball. They have a speed gun.
That's funny. Some other stuff going on. This is interesting. Netflix stream with them and HBO Max, etc. Streaming it now has a total share of television usage better than broadcast and cable combined for the first time. So more people are streaming than watching broadcast or cable. And Netflix has just bought into baseball. They stayed out of live sporting events. They bought into baseball. They got the All-Star Home Run Derby. What else do they got? Let's see. They got a few other things. I'm trying to think what else they have. But in any case, they got the opening night with Yankees and Giants. They're buying in.
I don't want the platforms getting sports because then you got to switch into the platform. It's a pain in the ass.
I know. Well, it's all getting there. I think they're spending $150 million for 3 games on Christmas last year and 2 this year. $150 million.
It's funny. Like Thursday Night Football's on Amazon, right?
Yeah.
I won't watch it.
Have you ever watched it?
I'm not going all the way to Amazon to watch a football game.
Well, if you didn't have Netflix and the Lions Vikings on Christmas Day at 4:30 with playoff implications,
I might watch
will be
that.
exclusive. What's exclusive?
I might go to Netflix for that.
Yeah.
Drew, you better hope none of it's on Apple TV. You can't even get on it.
Oh,
That's right. No, they won't let me on. I pay for it, but I just can't get on it.
And speaking of Netflix, I really got to hand it to Jake Paul. I was shocked this week. Netflix pressured him because he was supposed to fight December 19th. Gervonta Tank Davis, who's a good fighter, but nobody's ever heard of him. Netflix put the pressure on Paul, and he's going to fight Anthony Joshua.
He's going to get killed.
Right now, the odds are 10-1 for Joshua. You got to spend $1,100 to win 100. And on Paul, he's a 6.5. He's 6.5 to 1. He towers over him. Now it's true, Joshua hasn't fought in a year and a half.
Oh, there's always some reason he's fighting the person he fights.
It's probably fixed.
I think I agree with Brandon. I think it's
How old is this guy?
He's 36, and Paul is 20.
Old.
But he's a 2-time champion.
Why doesn't he fight a 27-year-old in his prime who's like a champion?
Because Jake Paul has fought washed-up basketball players like Nate Roberts.
I know, but why do people keep?
He's fought 58-year-old fossils like Mike Tyson.
Fossils.
So why does he matter?
Washed-up MMA guys like Nate Diaz.
Mm.
What?
Why does he matter? Why are we talking about his next fight?
Because he's big time popular, man. He's the YouTuber turned boxer. I think what he's done, he is the number one story in all of boxing, I think.
Yeah,
So if
he
Joe
still
Rogan gets
eyeballs.
signed by the Jets, Pepper's gonna watch the Jets game because Joe Rogan's their third string quarterback.
I don't
No, he's got to be at least first string. He's got to
I don't
play.
think
What's
it's
the
the same.
difference?
Oh, listen, this will, if Paul has a chance now, if he can beat Joshua, he can silence the doubters, including me, who insist he's never faced a real live functioning human being in the ring. It'd be very, very interesting.
Chicago Blackhawks have signed Theo Vaughn. He'll play defense when he learns to skate.
It's better than signing Lindsey Vonn. Oh, God. Anyway. Well, you know, you talk about the Tigers. Gambling again is just
Great.
Yes, it's great. You
Did you see the Temple player
You sent that to me. The
Yeah.
Temple player that was from 23
betting
24.
against Temple?
Yeah, but the harassment of professional athletes by the lunatics who gamble and lose. The Athletics surveyed 133 players, and basically how legalized sports betting has changed how fans treat them. Death threats, comments from players. One veteran pitcher, I've received something as simple as a Venmo request with a threat that says, you owe me $9,000 because you blew the game. Need you to send me the money or I'm going to find your family. There's shit every day this
why
stuff.
can't those people be arrested for that? Is it okay to make a death threat? Is that okay?
Good point. I don't know. Now it's insane, says one National League position player. Nowadays it's fuck you, fuck your family. He says the fans expect you to go 4 for 4 every day. Jalen Brunson said some pretty messed up stuff has happened. It's worse than anything you're thinking of. And so it's on and on and on. It's ugly.
I see the NCAA now reverse themselves
Mhm.
on college athletes betting on professional sports, which
Right.
of course they will do anyway.
Right. And how you gonna now what did the player say about that? He says every man I know bets. Every
Yeah.
other guy knows. So you're gonna tell us we can't bet when every male in America has got an online account to at least one gambling house? I don't know. I tell you, well, with the
I'm
Lions,
surprised we don't hear more stories about people going bankrupt from gambling.
we
you
will
would think.
Oh, we will.
But when? It's been going on for a long time.
Well, I
Apparently,
think
is
What about,
everyone more
what about all those
disciplined?
people that retire from gambling because they've made so much money?
Yeah, right. Like you.
Yeah, we
No, I
don't, we,
break
don't,
even.
we don't seem to hear about those guys either. No, but I would think we'd hear more stories like that because, when they approved gambling in Greektown in 93 or whatever, they said, oh, my God, the bankruptcy. And that never really, we did hear about people that were kicked out of the casino because they couldn't stop gambling, but it wasn't that bad.
Well, where do you get the stats when a guy, after 7 years of gambling, which started in 2018, goes bankrupt? His family is now out on the street. He's, goes to Gambling Anonymous. He's trying to get his life back together. I mean, you don't hear about that. There's no stats for that, but
No.
it's happening. It's happening to a great degree and more every day. And it takes 5 or 6 years to go completely down and out.
Okay, my question is, why don't we hear about that guy more often? Because we know that guy exists, and he probably exists a lot more than he used to exist. But you don't really. Is it because the advertising dollar is so strong and so?
I don't think
Is that why?
I don't
maybe
think-
it is.
I don't think you hear about the stats. I don't think 150 billion.
But they've never
gambled
been
last
afraid
year.
to tell you how many people drinking kills or drinking and driving. But
Well, who's going to gather that? The leagues aren't going to. They got all the.
I don't know, they'll
Well,
gather
that's
stats on anything. Anybody who's against something will gather stats. But either the gambling's going pretty swimmingly for everybody, or we're just not hearing about it.
Wrong again, Professor Killjoy.
Anyway, the Pistons have won 12 straight.
God, they're good.
What
Yeah.
the hell is going on? Last night they beat Milwaukee on the road, shot 16 of 30 from 3-point range. That's over 50%. Shot 63% overall. This is the team that lost a single season record 27 in a row 2 years ago. And when they win Monday night, because they're going to play at 14, they're going to play the 2-14 Pacers. That'll tie the club record set of 13 set in 90 and 04 when they won the championship. It's Jaden Ivey is back.
Are they this good, or are they just super hot? Are they a good team that's really hot, or are they a really
I
good
think
team?
they're
Both.
good. They're deep.
They're good and they're
They're
hot.
good. They're
Yeah.
deep. And they bought in last year to Bickerstaff. It's almost like the way the Lions have bought into Campbell. When you believe in the guy, believe that he's sincere with you, believe that if you play well, you're going to get your opportunity. It promotes selflessness and great team play. And, you got to give it to Tom Gores, who finally got it right after 15 years of awful, naive, inept management, like the idiotic hiring of Monty Williams for $72 million that he bought his way out of. And I think Gores now joins Sheila Hamp as admirable, unlikely, but admirable local owners. There's only one other owner in town, Chris Ilitch.
Sucks.
And the Wings are 13-8. No, they're 13-8. They're first by a point in the Atlantic. And who can figure them out? They beat Columbus 4-3 last night on an overtime goal by DeBrincat. That's after getting routed 5-0 by the Islanders. They blow a 4-1 lead to the Sabres, and they come back to battle 2-1 to beat the Rangers. So they're very hit or miss, up and down, but certainly
But they're
improved.
in first place, right?
Yep,
Yeah.
they're improved. Yep. Sider, Raymond, DeBrincat, Larkin, they're playing very, very well. And nothing happened this week to make me feel old, stupid, or sadly out of it, so I have no feature to end that with. Nothing.
It's my favorite feature.
I had a good week. I didn't feel like senility was creeping up on me this week. Anyway, it's rare that a person my age also has 20/20 vision up close, far away, and everything in between, but I do. It's because 7 years ago, I got bifocal lens implants from Dr. Yaldo, eliminated my need for reading glasses, dialed in my far vision just as precisely, and eliminated the cataracts that accompanied my unfortunately advancing age. 7 years since that fast and painless procedure, the technology for these amazing bifocal implants has evolved even further. People in their mid-40s are throwing away their contacts, glasses, and readers, enjoying the best eyesight of their lives, something they hadn't suspected was even possible. So if you're younger, maybe custom LASIK will solve your vision issues. You won't know unless you try. Sign up for a free evaluation at YaldoEyeCenter.com. It's that easy.
Get out of here.
All right.
That was a record by